investment, and impact. We think about focusing on developing programs that provide root cause solutions to our community's biggest social concerns. At the end of the day, it's our work, encapsulated in something called fast track. So the progression for Jackson County was this, right? We were really good. My husband's a race car fanatic around dirt tracks, okay? So bear with me here. We are racing our cars around, and I have a 2-year-old son. We're racing our cars around this very, very dirty track, going in circles, chasing one another to win. Okay? To win. To win what? To win what for our community around this dirty dirt track, round and round, right? So if you think about how my board has asked me to go further, to do more, and to be relevant, how on earth do I make that happen? Well, I will tell you, fast track changes your culture. It transforms your message. And it delivers on, if you've been a Harwood community conversations, right? So if you're sitting there spinning, thinking, but I did this block called Harwood Community Conversations, right? I did it. And oh, I didn't unclip. And it did this for me, right? It got me this far. Just Harwood. That's awesome. Look at that success. We're so much farther than we were going around the dirt track. We're farther. Look how far we got. It's not just about feeling good about what you're doing, guys. It's not just about listening. It's really helping you on the first part, mitigate some risk with donors and your community, and it helps you focus on the right hopes, concerns, and action steps. So when we pushed out Harwood, I was like, oh, this is making me think different. I love this, right? It's requiring me to do something more with my organization, and this is helping me lead us to what's next. Enter fast track. So what products and programs do I already have happening here in Jackson County, right? I was looking around going, we're not creating something new right now. There is no way we can do this. Please don't tell me I have to bring something else in-house right now. So enter, my friends, pricing, understanding the new cost of your program work. Wow, this may be like, yeah, Tanya, you needed to do that. Well, guess what? Didn't know it. So even just with that one step alone, right? A little guy, Mickey Mouse here, can go a heck of a lot farther, a lot faster, right? So we're a little bit farther down the road. Much more developed than nasty dirt track over here. A little bit farther down the road than Harwood Community Conversations took us. It helped us move quicker. It helped us be prepared to raise more revenue. Then we enter, my friends, oh, this is mind-blowing, donor conversations and investments. Yes, why not? Like, right, okay. Now I'm actually talking to people about what kinds of things they'd be willing to give me money for. Wait, I'm gonna ask them questions on what they want to invest their dollar in? Holy smokes. This is radical in concept, right? It has been the first time that I said, okay, we did those community conversations. I've listened to my donors, right? Some of them were my donors. Some of them were just my neighbors. Some of them didn't have a clue what United Way was. But I talked to people already. I did this. What I didn't ask was, what are you willing to invest in while we were sitting around the table? So when I think about the questions, right? What kinds of features, functions, and benefits does this person in front of me want to see? What will they buy into with time, talent, and treasure? And how will that drive my organization even further down the road, way far away, right, from that nasty dirt track? You can tell I don't like dirt racing, by the way. So the biggest part, right, or maybe not the biggest, but the next part was this lean in work. I clearly heard Lisa say this. If you do it in, if you do it in conjunction with peers, you learn faster. Woo. Almost off the table that time, right? If we can set it down for a minute, Tonja. Thank you. You're just gonna come. Don't leave. This lean in work, this doing the cohort model, it gets us through the sticky points. It provides encouragement beyond encouragement. There is no way I would have done the things I have done in the last 6 months without cohort support. It creates us to be donor-centered focused. It absolutely requires us to be open, adapting and listening to what our donors want and will invest in, and what they won't. I may think I know that my community needs XYZ, but if I don't have someone willing to give me money or volunteer, it's not gonna happen. And I have to be okay with that. I have to think about the length, the speed, and the distance that it's gonna take. And most importantly, I have to think about where it's calling our United Way to be next. So there are 2 things I can guarantee you with this model. One is support. Your support. No, your support. 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 And accountability.
You get to be bad cop.
Set it down right there. Perfect. Great. So with support, you get more capacity. They do work for you. It's like adding a staff member. You have conversations, you can brainstorm, there's documentation they give you that you never even knew you needed until you had it and you were using it and you thought, where was this 6 months ago? There's accountability, there's deadlines and follow-up, and hey Tonja, you haven't responded to 500 of my emails, where are you? Just here to help you and help your organization get down the road, right? So let's just, you just hold on to my friends to support, because that will break in the middle. Look, don't stop it. Oh, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Yes, so this is actually good, right? So just like along, fail. One more. We got a speed bump here. There we go. You got through that time. So they all go flying off. Okay, thank you ladies for your demonstration. They really were my support and accountability. So just like along the road, right? Just like we're getting out of that nasty dirt track, moving down the road at the fastest speed possible. The work's never done. So there are potholes, Amanda. There are potholes to patch. There's detours to take. There are shortcuts to help us find efficiency. And then there's the, oops, sorry, let me fix that fence, right? We have to fix the things we get wrong. There's timing of the trip, the frequency of the travel. This work requires us to ensure that we don't just focus on one thing or one part of the journey, right? This isn't just about fundraising. This isn't just about programming. This isn't just about impact. It requires us to be cross-functional and aligned. It requires us to proactively look for what's next. So in closing, it's not a if we do this, my friends. It's a but when we do this together, we are going to go further, faster.
Good job. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have my composure back. It's now called fast track. Like fast track. Okay, can we do hand motions with the like fast track? Sure. Fast track.
Just need a longer table.
You need a longer table. You guys are great. Oh, deep breath. Ready, Nancy? Here comes Nancy. Public policy, advocacy through the Alice lens. Okay, there she is.
Okay, so I'm going to try not to ramble because there's a lot you can say about advocacy. And I decided I'm going to make 5 sections and give them some little headings. So my first heading is Nike, Gillette, and United Way. So I was thinking about this whole advocacy thing and thinking about my experience with developing just the idea in our United Way of advocacy. Last week we had this really great speaker at Anderson Rotary who is a social marketing professor at Anderson University. And she's talking to Rotary, so understand that Rotary, I go to Rotary to feel young. So she's speaking to Rotary, and she says to the Rotary group, half of the world's population is under the age of 30. You go. Her point is, you better pay attention. You better pay attention to how they think and what they care about. And she used 2 examples in marketing, Nike and Gillette. You probably heard about recent marketing by both of those companies. So Nike, Colin Kirkpatrick. Some people are, oh, what are they doing? They might upset somebody. She says, do you think they care? Their market is not the people upset. Their market expects them to take a stand. They want companies to take a stand.